Now to the battle over COVID vaccine mandates. Earlier this year, the Pentagon set a deadline for active duty troops to get vaccinated, and that deadline passed this Wednesday. NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney Kube reports on new data released by the Army showing how many soldiers complied and what comes next for the thousands who did not.
Savannah and Joe, now that the deadline has passed for all active duty U.S. Army soldiers to be vaccinated for COVID, the U.S. Army has put out their figures for just how many of those soldiers refused to get the vaccine on time. We now know that more than 3,800 active duty soldiers have refused to get the vaccine. Now, more than 98% of all of the active duty force got at least one of the shots. 96% had 2 shots, 98% had at least 1, but that still leaves a portion, thousands of soldiers who weren't vaccinated on time. There's still a number of them who are in an exemption process. They've requested an exemption either for medical reasons or for religious reasons. So far, only 4 soldiers have been granted that medical waiver or exemption. None have been granted for religious exemptions. But what happens now is commanders, U.S. Army commanders, can help to counsel some of these soldiers who are refusing the vaccine to try to convince them why it's important for them to get it. The military's reason for it is a readiness issue. They're saying that soldiers who work in close proximity, they travel, they train, they often are deployed in close quarters, that for the safety of those individuals and others, they need to be vaccinated. If those 3,800 plus soldiers still refuse after the counseling period, though, they can be processed for administrative separation. We've already seen that happen in the Air Force earlier this week, the Air Force announcing that 27 airmen had been processed for separation for refusing the COVID vaccine. Joe, Savannah.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.